This is Two Girls, One Ticket with Lauren and Julia. Elite conversation driven by lifestyle and sports.
This is where the real game happens. And trust us, the odds are never even.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our official first episode of Two Girls, One Ticket. We are so excited to have you tuned in, and we have so much to share with you today.
So excited, guys. I cannot believe this is our first episode. This is going to be fantastic.
We have all sorts of things to talk about. We are going to talk about Scottie Scheffler and his win this weekend. The U.S. Open has officially started, which kicks off another wonderful time in the city. We have a controversial twist on the format this year that we're going to cover. We have speculation of Taylor Swift performing at Super Bowl 60. We have updates on the WNBA. We have NoHo fashion shows that have just happened. Ryder Cup uniforms just dropped from Ralph Lauren. And we are going to wrap it up with our picks because it is finally college football.
The moment that we've all been waiting for, guys. The moment that we've all been waiting for.
A fresh start to fall.
I'm really enjoying it. I really cannot wait to get into these topics here. You mentioned quite a few that I'm feeling a little about. So let's just get right into it.
Okay, let's dive right in. Scottie Scheffler. Let's talk about that. I think there is nothing more relaxing than watching golf on a Sunday, seeing the winners come in. He rallied from 4 shots down to win the BMW Championship, his 5th win of the year. And I have to say, he's my Roger Federer of golf. I love him. I think he is a class act. I think his wife is adorable. I think his son Bennett just adds the token to the win when he brings him out.
That is a really profound statement to say, especially coming from you. That's your Roger Federer of golf.
He's my Roger Federer. And I thought Tiger Woods was it. And then
you're going to put him on that next level.
Next level. He's Roger Federer.
If you had to pick, so you're telling me that if you had to pick any golfer in history, this is your Roger Federer of golf.
He's my Roger Federer. He's clean. He's a class act. You don't hear anything wrong about him. He's got the family together. I loved his interview at the Open Championship that, there's more to winning in life, and he'd rather be a good dad than win, and winning lasts, 2 minutes for him, and it's on to the next about being a dad, and he's strong in his faith, and I just love everything about him. So congrats to Scottie for his win. I don't know if you watched it, but on 17, which is the hardest hole, he had an 82-foot chip to come out on top. And again, brought me back to Tiger, remind me of his famous chip shot on 16 at the Masters, which was just incredible.
Incredible.
So he will now roll into the Tour Championship this weekend with a $40 million prize money. Go Scottie is all I have to say about that.
Go Scottie. But, we still have other people that we root for as well. Let's talk a little bit about Rory.
Love Rory. Also a great guy. But I'm still going Scottie for this.
I mean, I think
Tommy Fleetwood, he could do well. We'll see.
I think he'll do okay. Why do you think that he's going to do so great on this one? When
Scottie?
he didn't?
Winners win.
No. Winners win, yeah, totally.
Okay, now let's talk about Phil Knight. Another class act, obviously, creator of Nike. Just made the largest donation ever to a university in history at $2 billion.
And what university was that? Do we know?
University of Oregon. Go Ducks.
Go Ducks.
Are you kidding?
Go Ducks. I actually didn't know that.
Well, fun fact for you. Yes, Oregon Health and Science Knight Cancer Institute. They are overly generous.
Wow, that's a big donation.
It's a big donation.
He is a class act. You know that?
Yeah, and they're regularly listed on the top list of philanthropists. I think in their lifetime, they've given somewhere around $4 billion, which is just incredible. So always good to pay it forward.
Always good to pay it forward.
Moving on, how's the energy in the city right now with US Open? People coming back from the Hamptons, guys. Labor Day weekends coming up. They'll all be back.
It's the absolute best time of year. I mean, I think that between now, once the US Open starts, it really is. Between that and Labor Day, you start to get the buzz back. You're starting to feel the vibes. Everybody's coming home. This city has been a ghost town for the past month. Absolutely no one here. And I think that the Open is truly kickoff to, fall's coming, all of our favorite sports are here, and the Open just changes it all. And not to mention the signature cocktail, which I am very excited about, changing it up this year. Still Grey Goose is the sponsor. Shout out to Grey Goose. But I am really thrilled because I heard there was going to be a twist, and we know that I like that.
We know you
equally
love a good twist.
Equally as much as a good game of tennis.
Exactly. Well, it's the last and final Grand Slam of the season. We know the energy there will be electric. There's something new for the tournament that's being talked about. It's the mixed doubles format change. It's interesting that if you think about it, mixed doubles is one of the few times in professional sports where men and women directly compete against each other, which I think is awesome.
I think it is awesome.
The tournament just wanted to make it more interesting for the fans before singles, so they added the mixed doubles portion during Fan Week. It's currently going on, rather than having the event run concurrently with singles and doubles, as it traditionally has in Grand Slams and this tournament and other tournaments.
That's actually so smart, though, because it's too much going on and nobody wants to see those while the top players are playing. So I think that it makes way more sense to do it like that.
Well, no, because now the top players are playing mixed, which is also good. So there's 16 teams that will take part in the shortened format. Again, it's already going on. Best of 3 sets. Each set is only the first of 4 games instead of 6. No advantage after deuce. And the winner of the next point wins the game, which is nice. A little cutthroat, makes it quicker, keeps the pace up. And then there's a 10-point tiebreaker instead of a full third set, which again, as a viewer, as fans who are definitely just getting into it or there for the social, I think it does keep up the pace of play.
I think it does too. I think pace of play is true. And also you're giving the people what they want. You're letting the pros do that, but it's also more of a fun thing, right?
Right. It's social.
I would say it's
out.
A morale booster. I would say
exactly.
It's
gets everyone
to know
excited.
The players.
Exactly. Everyone gets excited for the tournament. I think it's a great move. And
doesn't push too hard, though. That I don't think that they're going to be pushing as hard as they are in their own once their matches, their personal matches. Like, I don't think that they're going to be going as hard on a mixed doubles as they would for their.
Well, and it's nice just for the physicality of it to have it shortened for them. But I think
Agreed.
Some of the players' feedback is that from a business standpoint, it's brilliant. But other double players that are just traditional doubles say it's problematic and shouldn't be considered a Grand Slam title, which I can also see that point. But it will be a sold-out stadium for the duration of the week, and I'm sure it will be a busy tournament overall. Also interesting, the prize money for the winning pair in mix is $1 million, which is a massive increase, $800,000, 5 times more than it was from 2024. A lot
That's
on the
a
line
big jump.
for it. It really is.
And I like that.
Yeah. So Sarah Arani and Andrea Vavasori, they crushed their first round. The first set was 17 minutes. Second set was won at a tiebreaker. They won the match in 98 minutes and collected $200,000, which is pretty good for making the semis. I know.
Not bad for 98 minutes.
98 minutes, and that is more than they previously collected at an event with 32 actual doubles teams. So, my favorite mixed team is Emma Raducanu and Carlos Alcaraz. Again, Alcaraz is one of my go-tos. They lost to Pegula and Draper 4-2, 4-2, so they are out. But the Open is off to a good start.
Also, I do think that a little bit of that is strategic. I think they want the fans to come. I think they want to play. But again, this doesn't count for anything for them. So I don't see them trying to push or
No, it counts.
try.
It's still a win. You want to win. At the end of the day, these people want to win. They don't
I
want to
think
get
they
hurt,
wanna
but they want to win.
But yeah,
They want the money. They want to win. No
But
one's there to lose.
I agree, but I have to say something. I don't think, just like preseason football, just like anything else that you do, you cannot tell me that you think that they are playing as hard as they will when they go in on their own singles.
Well, it's just a different game. So
Yeah.
no, I don't think it will be all out, but I mean, preseason football, a lot of the main players don't even play. So the ones that are playing, right, but the ones that are playing, they do play and they do try to win. And yes, it's a learning curve and they're all still trying to make No, those guys are trying to make the team. They're trying to make the lineup. So they're out there playing. I mean, yes, they're trying new things and everyone's understanding that it really doesn't count, but again, at the end of the day, a win is a win. And all these people are competitive.
And I get that, but I'm still gonna say that there's not a doubt in my mind that all of these players are playing at a 50%. Also, that's why that's why in preseason they don't go and put their top players in majority of the time, unless you're just an overall horrible team and you got to use your best players even during preseason. Lions, but you know,
They don't.
I don't know. I think that it is a win. I do agree with you on that, but I just don't think, not that important, but I don't think that they're playing as hard as they wanted to play. Like it's more of an entertainment.
Yeah.
And a boost of morale.
It's good for their sponsors. It's good for everyone just to have more eyes on them, more eyes on the sport. Again, building the energy for the night sessions. I think it's just
nothing better than a great night session.
Exactly.
Nothing better.
Okay, moving on to the WNBA. There's a month left in the regular season. The Minnesota Lynx have a firm lock, it seems, on the top seed for the playoffs. The rest are up in the air for the 2nd through 5th seeds. Phoenix, Vegas, New York, and Atlanta, I think, are the ones filling those seeds, hopefully, and playing it out. There's a new Cleveland expansion team that is slated to start paying in 2028. They hired Allison Howard as its president, which is a great ad. She currently serves as an executive vice president for Rock Entertainment Group and a lot of Dan Gilbert's family companies. So I think that's exciting. I think it's good that there are more WNBA teams expanding. I know Portland's relatively new. Detroit, I think, is working on one, has gotten one. I think it's great.
Why is it that, why do you think, in your opinion, why do you think that people just don't fuck with the WNBA as much and as other sports? I'm very excited to see that the Liberty is coming, and they're trying to bring a lot more celebrities, a lot more people in their doors. They're doing really, really fun halftime shows and everything else. But what, like, is it just overall? I mean, I think that people prefer to watch college basketball for women than they do WNBA.
I agree with that. And I think that Caitlin Clark has also really helped kind of a wave exiting college and going to, professional. I think that the hype around her has kind of followed into the WNBA overall, which I think is great. Obviously, she's injured right now. She's out with a groin injury. Hopefully she'll be back for when postseason begins. I think they're hopeful. Sophie Cunningham, another great player, also Indiana Fever. She's out for the remainder of the season, unfortunately, from a knee injury on Sunday. But I think that this fresh group of girls is just kind of trying to bring more light and more money into the sport
and more attention.
I think it should, yeah. And I mean, attendance records are being broken. Viewers for the sports are really, or the games are going up. I think Indiana Fever, again, going back to Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham, they're currently leading with attendance for their 18 home games this season with 300,000 fans. That's really good. It's great to see these numbers go up
too. Yeah, because they had no one, and it's terrible, terrible as this was, and my heart just broke for her. But I think that Brittany Griner, with everything that happened, I know that it was not good news, but when she came back, I do feel like she used her platform in the best way possible after she was released. I think she's used her platform to really bump up, and people did go to watch her afterwards. As crazy as that it was very controversial what happened, but people paid more attention.
Yeah. So
overall,
I think it's good. I think it's great for the growth, and I think we'll be seeing and hearing a lot more from WNBA. Okay, now let's get into the spicy stuff. A little fire, a little ice.
Give me a little fire and ice.
Let's have some hot takes, okay?
Oh, please give it to me.
So, one of the biggest names in the world that is on everyone's mind and everyone's mouth, everyone's talking about it, absolute hottest person around, Taylor Swift.
Ew. Sorry, okay. Not on my top 10.
Well, let's break it down. So, obviously, she was on Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's New Heights podcast, and they crushed incredible numbers.
Was that the highest?
It was her debut. It is the most concurrent podcast listeners ever on any podcast.
Those Swifties. Those damn Swifties.
It's Swifties. It's them. It's all of it. It's what they're obviously doing as their goal and purpose of their show. But interesting that she chose that platform to debut her new album. I thought that was great. I personally do not like Taylor Swift. I respect her. I think she's an incredible performer. I think she's talented songwriter. I respect her because of how successful she has been with her career and business. Again, as far as reputation, it stayed clean. I am not a Swiftie. I have not been to her concert. I'm not going to say I never would, but it's not something I am searching for. I don't listen to her music. Really, I don't get excited about her new album drops, but I am intrigued with everything that she dabbles in and what an icon she is to so many, that has such a powerful influence.
Okay, here's my thing. I think that, first of all, I've got to give it to her. Taylor Swift, genius, and whoever handled her all of her business and everything she does. I love the fact that she bought...
Stop moving your hands. It's wisping your Iker move.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I love the fact that she... sorry, just give me a second to reset. I love the fact about Taylor Swift. I really do appreciate her business. I think everything she does is so strategic. I find it fascinating. I've never seen fan following, and you have people like Beyonce who have their diehard fans, but I don't think that any fan is as diehard as a Swiftie at all. You cannot. The way that those fans figure out absolutely everything that she's doing, it's a cult following. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. I myself am personally not a fan, but I did hear that her show is absolutely an incredible performance. She does 3 hours straight. I mean, everything about her I like, except for I can't explain it. It's just...
No, I agree. It's the full package and all of it. But, and again, I respect that she's selling out these stadiums that pack, crowds for full football teams and other performers, and she can sell them out by herself. It's incredible. So
in a matter of minutes.
In minutes. And so, and the planning and everything around it. So that brings us to the Swiftie following. It has the speculation that she will be the 2026 Super Bowl performer.
I will be fucking pissed.
And it's really interesting to kind of go down the rabbit hole of why they think this, and it's really creative. And I think some of it's coming off of the way that she debuted her new album and looking in the color orange and different things that people went back to her shows to say, okay, well, this is how she planned to
her album cover is
reveal
orange.
This. Yeah, it's just the color of her, showgirl. It's just a color. It was a theme. It was a theme in some of her outfits during her tour. And so anyways, people were trying to string together that. And then now they're like, okay, well, now these are the reasons why we think that she's going to be performing at the Super Bowl. One, by the way, the Super Bowl is February 8th. And this year it is at Levi's Stadium, which is home of the 49ers. And so these Easter egg clues, as they call them, from her appearance, people said that she joked that she thinks of sourdough bread 60% of the time. And fans took that as a nod to Super Bowl 60 and Sourdough Sam, a.k.a. Sam, who's the 49ers mascot.
Swifties.
I mean, who knew? And then repeatedly, number 47 was dropped. The fans believe it would be the 47th Eras Tour stop. Again, adds up. Would be interesting. But I don't even know who's keeping tabs on all this stuff. And then there was a symbolic backdrop. There was a visible Super Bowl trophy behind her during the podcast. Interesting placement, but I will say both Travis and Jason have won Super Bowls. So could have been that.
But would you be okay if she did the halftime show? I think that first of all, I think two things. One, how can they do that when that is putting favoritism on a team so much? How can you do that? If let's say they're in it.
I don't think that's favoritism, though. I think that, again, as a show, overall, I think Super Bowl halftime performances never live up to the hype.
Ever.
As far as what you expect. I mean, honestly, I thought Snoop Dogg's was really cool, but that's random.
I think Snoop Dogg's was cool.
But half the time, I just feel like it's such a short amount of time for a performer to get out there and really show and the setup and the breakdown. But I do think that it would be an unmatched appeal, and the promotion that she would bring that she's already brought to the NFL would be unreal. So,
I think it's shit. And I think that for real true fans, every person who's watching football is going to be like, why the fuck is this bitch here?
And I agree with that. And I don't like the whole Travis and everything
Bowl.
About football revolves around Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. I get that. And there should be some division.
I'm sick of it. Nobody else. You do not see basketball players' wives getting, let's say that it doesn't matter. Let's even look at Kylie and Timothy Chalamet. Neither one of them play the sport, but obviously Timmy is go Knicks like us. But that's different. When you're a celebrity to that level and you go to those games, I get it. You want to see your man play. Fine, but be a little more low profile when you're going into his place of work. And I think if they're in the Super Bowl and she performs, I don't think people are going to take to that very well. Why would you that? Just to me is so offsetting, and I think that it would really look super unfair to the players on the other team, no matter who it is. And can we just say I'm sick of them being there? Can they not go?
I know, right? Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, their run has got to be up.
I really do think their run's got to be up, and Taylor Swift better not fucking play at the Super Bowl. That's all I got to say.
Well, I could
think of 5 other people.
I think she might be too big to want to be on that stage. I feel like Super Bowl likes to promote people that are trying to build their fan base on the way up, or they're kind of catching their way down. And I think Taylor's still back. Right, but I think she's at the top and remains at the top and still going strong, and she doesn't need that. Other than, again, I think to the NFL, why not? It's a lot of eyes. Not that people that go to the Super Bowl are there to watch the halftime show, but again, she's influential. So we'll see about that. Okay, topic 2 on Hot Takes. The Vikings male cheerleaders. Now, let me talk before you jump in.
Okay.
So, male cheerleaders have been around the NFL for forever. forever, a very long time. They were predominantly used on cheer squads for stunts and for lifting, which you can see, stunts, throwing the flyers in the air, all of that. Needed the strength maybe at the time for what they were doing, can see that. But they've been around, I think maybe since the 20s, a very long time in the NFL.
I get that. For stunts.
In 2018, the Rams and the Saints began using male dancers, not in the stunt role. They were straight up dancers. So fast forward to 2025, this isn't something that's necessarily new for the Vikings to have such an uproar and have so many people talking about it. So what do we take on that?
Well, in 2022 as well, I need to check that, but I believe in 2022, they went to the Super Bowl and they used the male dancers there, which was the first time that had ever been done. I believe that is correct. We need to just double check that. But yes, I have to say I have absolutely no problem with male dancers in general. I don't necessarily have a problem with that at all. I just feel as if, and I mean, yeah, it does wonders, I guess, for the LGBTQ community to have that in there. And I don't really feel like there's a problem, but how many of those guys are going to want men dancing for them? I know that sounds a little outlandish, but when you're on the sidelines and you see a bunch of men in the forefront dancing, there's no problem with it. But I think it just changes the whole dynamic of cheer.
Yeah, I think it's interesting.
Team.
I think it's, yeah. I just think it's interesting that there's such kind of an uproar and a backlash, and Vikings came out and said that they haven't lost any of their season ticket holders because of it, which I don't know who's counting or how they would know that, or that anyone would submit the reasons. And I think that would be wrong for actual fans. I don't think so either. And I think it would be wrong for fans to take themselves out of something that they're so passionate about, and because of something like that. I'll say that.
I think that would be ridiculous. Yes. What if you're a diehard Rams fan, and just because there's somebody on the sideline dancing, that's not your team anymore? Like, I would have a real problem. I'm a Giants fan till the end. I'm not going to, just because I see something I don't like from something on the sidelines, is not going to deter me from being a fan.
Right. And, it kind of brings me back to our, Texas roots of these Texas A&M Aggies with their yell leaders. They don't have women cheerleaders.
Oh,
they have yell
leaders. Don't get me freaking started on A&M.
For an SEC school, you have your history.
They're a weird fucking school. Okay? They're a weird fucking school.
Brew. I don't get it.
It's a weird, I will
never understand.
I'll never understand an Aggie.
No one's saying anything about that, so I don't know why people are throwing their arms up about Vikings cheerleaders. But anyways,
we have a yell squad.
Cut there, take a little break, and we will be back shortly for more.
As a pet lover, did you know your pet can benefit from the incredible healing power of stem cell therapy? Prep Therapy offers a groundbreaking solution taken right from your pet's own blood. Say goodbye to joint pain, arthritis, kidney and liver conditions, and more. They'll experience faster recovery, increased vitality, and extended quality of life without the need for surgery or harmful drugs. Put the wag back in their tail and discover Prep Therapy today at PrepVet.com. Save 10% with promo code FurRealPodcast, covered by most pet insurance.
We are back. Just took a little break. We are ready to move on with a little lifestyle.
Yes, and just a quick announcement after checking on the break. It was actually 2019 at the Super Bowl, the Rams had 2 male cheerleaders. Just wanted to clarify that for you guys.
For the first team that had male cheerleaders at the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So let's talk about Brad Pitt, who just set his own record for crossing the $600 million, his highest earning movie ever. And it's his F1.
Ever.
It's F1 movie. I have not seen it. I would like to see it. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it, and I absolutely can't wait. And it's the fact that it grossed 600 million in the first week.
A little over, it's up until now, but still
okay.
Amazing. It is
amazing.
One of 8 movies this year to pass the 575 million milestone, which is a global milestone. The director was actually Joseph Kosinski, who's the same director as Top Gun Maverick. And interestingly enough, the movie was filmed on actual F1 tracks. So I'm really curious to see how the footage looks, how they filmed it, but that's good for him.
I can't wait to see this, actually. I think this is really going to be a great movie. And the fact that it grossed that much is pretty insane.
Yeah. And for Brad Pitt, I wouldn't necessarily picked him for that role, but now that I see it and it's so successful, I think it was a great fit. Everyone
is talking about how wonderful he did in this role, actually, and that it is one of the best. I think if any movie, I know that this isn't really necessarily Oscar movies, but he could actually get a nomination.
Yeah, I feel. And he was really into it. He even came here to Austin to
train.
Circuit of the Americas during F1 last year, and just as a spectator, and I know he went to some of the other races, just to kind of learn, and then obviously took
method acting.
Exactly.
I would be curious to know how much driving he did for the movie and how much of it they used stunts for, because I feel like I would be curious to see how much it is, because I'm pretty sure that he did a lot of the driving himself.
Yeah, and I'll be curious to see how they filmed it. It's just always hard and fascinating to me for something that goes so fast, or whether it's horses or anything else, how they, have the camera so still and so quickly. I know a lot of it's drone right now filming, which is amazing. So
yeah, that is.
We will have to give it a watch. Okay, let's talk about, again, another significant something in your hood. KITH had its first fashion show in 6 years on the streets of New York outside of their newly renovated NoHo flagship store. And I have to say, I thought it looked great. I know Victor Cruz was repping. A lot of their jackets were statement jackets flaunting New York teams, Yankees inspired, patches, texture, leather, big logos. There was a line of suede monogrammed bags. I just think it looked so good. I think it was back to New York. It was current. It was swag. I love that they just did it there in the streets in NoHo.
That's the way New York should be. It's just, I couldn't be more excited about this. I couldn't be more excited for the collections that they launched. I love that they leaned heavy on New York teams. I think absolutely sick all the way around the map. And KITH is one of those brands that their vaulted collections and pieces are so different. And I think they are a great example of luxury fashion apparel that blends very well and mixes sports, like Supreme did. Supreme comes out with vaulted collections, even of weights, of bikes. They do that, and so does KITH. And I think that they're really, pretty much for me, the two brands off the top of my head that actually do that. That's a crossover. That's not a Nike, not Aloe, not anything. They are luxury fashion that blends sport athleisure wear more than anybody else. And for KITH to come out with a runway show after 6 years.
Well, not even sport athleisure, just to be high end and feel like you could mix it to go either direction.
Yeah, agreed.
Keep it high end with, other high end pieces, or bring it to the more athleisure look. But I loved it. I loved the oversized. I loved the statements. Again, loved the patches. I just love that they took it back, which brings us to Ralph Lauren that just dropped their Ryder Cup uniforms. About American as you can get, but I felt like they had some of the same looks, not obviously in the traditional golf shirts, but there was one jacket. It was an old varsity, or it's a varsity satin jacket with a big patches, a big eagle. Absolutely fabulous. Classic Ralph Lauren's fonts and stitching. I thought it was fire. I thought it was old school and just so tastefully done. But again, it had some of the same jacket-wise look as some of the KITH jackets, and I just loved it. I just love to see that coming back.
Varsity jackets overall are going to be huge for the next season. I mean, I think that we'll see a lot of people wearing them, and who does it right and who does it wrong can be very interesting. But I think KITH and Ralph Lauren blew it out of the water in that department.
And the rest of just, it's the traditional red, white, and blue American. I love it. I know Ryder Cup is always such a fun event. I think,
and again, I like that they kicked it back traditional.
Yes.
I love it.
I love that it's Ralph Lauren. I love the tradition.
Me too.
I love all of it.
Couldn't agree more.
And then back to the US Open. I mean, the brand ambassadors of tennis the tennis players are in such spotlight as these ambassadors for these brands. And I'm loving what they're doing.
I couldn't be more excited.
I love Carlos Alcaraz with Louis Vuitton. I think it's great. I think that tennis really has a spotlight right now with high-end fashion. And again, not only having players sponsored by them, but also having a touch on their products. Louis Vuitton just had a recent capsule of wallets and passport holders that had sports drawings on them. There were some with golf, some with tennis, and they were so intricate and so well done. The wallet almost mimicked a red clay court with just colorful tennis design, and golf, same thing, green with, again, amazing detail. I just think it is so cool, so well done.
And I think this is the first time in quite a while that you're starting to see these big designers and big sponsorships with tennis players, because we haven't really seen as much of that since Sharapova, when she lost all of her brand deals a few years ago. I think that a lot of people pulled back when she lost Rolex. She lost.
Yeah, I just think in general, again, I think it's just where people are putting their money and where people see eyes. And again, tennis is such a CNB scene sport.
Agreed.
It's not just people that love tennis. You see celebrities at every match. There's a tradition of Wimbledon with Kate Middleton and who's in the royal box. It's just as US Open, who's sitting courtside. It's the same as, sitting courtside on, or in the suites, and who's sitting courtside in basketball. It's just, there's such a light on tennis right now and who's involved. Coco Gauff has a great collaboration right now with Mumu and New Balance, Jack Draper, for Burberry. One of my favorite things that I've seen lately is Lorenzo Musetti, who's an Italian tennis player, debuted at Wimbledon, his sponsorship for Bottega Veneta. And it was unbelievable. He came out in this classic weave white jacket, signature for Bottega Veneta. It was celebrating their 50 years of their weave and their craft is our language campaign. And I just thought it was such a nice touch. Again, the all white at Wimbledon for a brand like that to come out. And he lost, and that's fine. But as what I remember out of it was, A, it brought light to Musetti as a player, and B, I thought it was so cool to see Bottega Veneta on the tennis court.
I think it's amazing, and I love that these luxury brands are coming out and doing that now. I think it's because tennis and golf, and I'm interested to see how they're really changing up even golf. What am I trying to say? Golf, not outfits,
sponsorships.
But golf sponsorships, just to see players dressing, because golf and tennis are luxury sports. I think I look at golf and tennis in a different level, and I think that on and off the court, it just looks so good. Bottega, Louis Vuitton, those are huge moments for people, and I do think that it's the perfect crossover for a team.
Yeah, I think it's great. I love to see it, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of that.
Me too. I'm excited about it. I'm all about it.
And okay, taking it back to our New York Knicks. Our favorite couple of the year sitting courtside, and not only couple, my little Timmy Chalamet. I loved seeing him courtside.
What can you not love about that guy?
And whether Kylie was with him or not with him, and he traveled, I looked at him as the younger Spike Lee of the team. Just a ride or die fan.
Ride or die.
To win it. Decked out in his Knicks gear. I love seeing them sit there. Their fashion was on point.
So on point. But can I say one thing that I loved even more? And this was my favorite thing. I think New York needed this so badly. When I tell you the streets in the city was just the energy, you could feel New Yorkers being real New Yorkers. We had such pride and joy and happiness.
And I was crushed. After they lost, I didn't watch the rest of the tournament. I couldn't.
It killed me.
It was done.
It killed me.
It was done.
It was a moment, but you know what? This coming year,
they're coming back, guys, and Mike Brown in his head coach. He's a great coach.
It's a different level. You guys,
it's going to be different. I'm
really feeling.
But why I bring that up is because there's speculation and rumors that Kylie and Timothy have broken up, and then I think it was today or yesterday, they were spotted in Budapest after weeks apart, and Kylie kind of came out and squashed the rumors that they're broken up.
Yeah, they're not broken up. They just want a little. They just need a little moment. And also when you're traveling like that, that's what I was going to say. This guy is the hottest actor right now. I personally feel one of the tops for his generation. Mm-hmm. He's coming up. He is the Brad Pitt of the younger generation, I feel.
Yeah. So,
Brad Pitt, George Clooney, one of the greatest actors.
Yeah, I love them together, and I hope that they're still together, and I hope we see them courtside this season.
I do too. I hope we see them courtside, but whether we see them together or whether we just see my little Timmy, when I tell you that guy was jumping out of the car, he immersed himself in the crowds. That to me, that's a real.
It was next level.
Fan.
That's a real.
He's
fan.
a real fan. Him.
Yeah, he
Ben
brought
Stiller,
it back.
Spike Lee. Those
icons.
Are
classic
icons.
New York fans through and through.
And they've been.
You gotta love it.
They
weren't jumping. They're not going
on the
anywhere.
bandwagon. They didn't jump on the bandwagon just because we got to playoffs. Did it boost the whole entire city's morale? I'm telling you, New York needed that. We needed to get our city back. That energy. You hadn't seen that kind of energy in New York since pre-COVID.
Well,
you just haven't.
To see it coming up.
We're going to.
Let's take a look ahead at what is coming up. We are wrapping up preseason. This is the last 2 weekends of NFL before the real season. That's going to be great. Preseason's great. Pay a little bit of attention to it, but really dive in during regular season, and cannot wait. We will be going over more. You'll be hearing more from us about our teams, and we cannot wait. It's exactly right. College football. This is the first weekend of college football, which will take us to Ireland, to the Aviva Stadium. That is going to be Kansas State Wildcats versus the Iowa State Cyclones. 11 a.m. Central kickoff. I think that's 5 p.m. Irish time. That's always fun that they do that. I like that it's in Ireland.
I love that they do that. I think it's a great opportunity. Now, this is something I'm curious on. How do they select which team goes?
That's a good question. I don't really know.
We're going to have to find that out and give it to the people next week, because I never thought about it, but this is going to be a very good game. I mean,
it'll be fun.
personally,
It's
and
just,
I know
I'm just
we'll
glad that
highlight.
it's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did too.
And
And
then
they had taken a pause during COVID as well from doing it there, correct? Okay.
Tour Championship. Go Scottie.
Go
Scottie. Again,
Scottie.
looking forward to the competition. Looking forward to seeing golf. $40 million on the line. I hope Rory does well. I think that it'll be a close tournament, but I would just love to see Scottie.
I think it's going to be close.
And Bennett back on the 18th green, getting the trophy.
Getting the trophy. Gonna happen. I feel that.
Yeah. Something near and dear to our heart, and my favorite track there is, Saratoga. This weekend.
Oh, I just can't wait.
Bring it back. Train rides up from the city. Summers in Albany and upstate. It is the Travers. This Saturday, August 23rd at Saratoga Racetrack. Absolute classic.
Classic. Cannot wait.
Interestingly enough, it's one of the smallest fields in decades. There's only 5 horses in the field that will be running. I'm not sure I've ever seen a race with just 5 horses.
I've never seen a race with just 5 horses ever.
So that'll be really interesting to see.
I think it's going to make it much more exciting. I do.
Yeah.
Because it's smaller. I think it'll be interesting. Changes all the wages, all the bets, everything. Because you have such a small pool.
And there's just less crowding when you're running. It's just, there's so many things that go into it. So I'll be curious to see the track that they run and how they run, and it'll be interesting. And sadly, Bob, near and dear, and I love the guy, Bob Baffert. He does not have any horses running. Originally planned. I know. The original plan was that he was going to have one run. The horse's name was Goal Oriented. Later decided to withdraw him from the race with concerns that he wasn't ready for a Grade 1 race. So
and when
he
you're
does
Bob,
not have anyone running.
When you're Bob, you either have to have a champion, a winner, or not a winner. And he's smart enough, I feel, to realize that just not ready yet. We'll be waiting for him next year.
I know. I will miss seeing him there with his white hair and his sunglasses. Love the guy.
He's such a gem.
Yeah, so Sovereignty is the heavy favorite with 2-5 odds. Magnitude is the second choice at 2-1. Post time is 6:14 Eastern time. I will be watching.
I will be watching. Yes, we will.
Can't wait to see who comes on top there.
Cannot wait.
Again, U.S. Open, we'll have that going on all week as well. Sinner and Sabalenka are the defending champions. They're back playing. Singles begins on the 24th. I personally always prefer watching singles to anything else. So day sessions start at 11. Night sessions, of course, at 7 Eastern. Hopefully you make it to one of the night sessions this year.
Oh, I'm making it to a night session. I'm making it to a day session. I'm making it to any session I can. I love
thankfully for you, the cocktails will be flowing all day.
I'll be on the ground floor, guys.
Get some of those melon balls.
I truly, when I tell you, that's something that I actually wait for. That and the signature cup. I just love everything about it. I love the flavor. I think that I'm really, really hoping that there's talks of them changing up a little bit. The cocktail, it better keep a melon ball. I want a melon ball. It's a part of it. To me, it's a part of the tradition of being at the Open altogether.
Yeah. I
wait for it. I wait for it. Super excited about the players.
Yeah. So, rapid fire weekly picks. This is our time to see what is on our ticket. You can compare yours. And let's go. Quick and easy college football. Kansas State versus Iowa. You go first.
Kansas
State all the way. Go Cats. Idaho State versus UNLV.
Idaho. No, UNLV. I'm so sorry. UNLV all the way, hands down, blowout.
I agree with that. I'm sticking to that. Fresno State versus Kansas.
Kansas.
Sam Houston.
What are you?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Sam Houston versus WKU.
Ooh, I'm still going Sam Houston.
Thinking same. And finally, Stanford versus Hawaii.
Stanford. Shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Yes,
that's a guarantee.
Yes.
That would be a crazy blowout.
But I'm just excited to get it going. It's back.
I can't wait.
We'll see more from our teams later, but
nothing like college football, though. You've got the passion. Although I do feel college football has changed since we are allowed sponsorship now. Do I think it's very helpful?
I think it's good.
I think it's very helpful for the players because they're now getting a chance to get an education and still get paid, because a lot of players look at it, they only have a small window. So I do think it's helpful, but does it change the passion for the game?
No, I don't think. And they're going to make money. And I think that there will be more players that stay in college to get the money, because they're not guaranteed that in the NFL. Quinn Ewers, for example. I mean, he should have stayed at UT and made more money than he's going to be making for the Dolphins. But
my God.
But at least his he had a good preseason game last week. So against the Lions. So his first 2 touchdowns.
Lions.
So in general, I'm just saying, I think I'm just using him as an example because obviously he was here at UT and
how'd the Lions
probably made more
Did they
took an L to the Dolphins.
Crushed? Yeah, we like to that happens a lot.
Tour Championship, you've heard me say this a million times today, and I'll say it again. Scottie Scheffler.
That's what.
If anyone didn't know what I was going to say, I'm sorry for you. Start back at square one, because that answer
isn't going anywhere. I have a feeling
not changing
for quite some time. Although Rory is someone to still think about.
And I will, but it's Scottie all the way for me. What's your pick?
I'm still going to go Scottie. I would like to see Rory, but I'm going Scottie. I'm just a Rory
Scottie,
fan.
Go Longhorns.
Let's go Longhorns.
I'll say that for golf.
Hook 'em.
Not so much football. I don't know. Yeah. Travers, Saratoga. Saturday, my pick is Magnitude.
Magnitude, okay. I'm going Sovereignty.
Okay. Winners win. We'll check back.
Winners win.
U.S. Open, this is for overall. Again, my classic. Little Carlitos Alcaraz. I hope he wins, and I'm going to go with Sabalenka.
Him too.
I love him. And Sabalenka for singles. Or for women's.
Okay. For women's, I am going to go.
I also like Pegula. I like to see her do well. She's done well.
I want her to do well.
She was out for a while. Yeah. And, she is the daughter of the owner of the Bills. So her family owns the Buffalo Bills. She just seems great. Her story's good. She went through a tough time where she didn't play for a little bit, and she has really worked her way up. I like her. I like her style. She's strong.
I like her a lot.
She's poised.
She could have done absolutely nothing with her parents owning the Bills, and she doesn't highlight that a lot, which I like.
She doesn't highlight, and it also doesn't make you. Having money also doesn't make you a good athlete. I mean, you still have to put in the work, and you still have to win, and she's done it, and she's done it gracefully, and I like her.
I like that, because also another thing is, you can have all the money in the world, and you just don't have natural ability. And that goes all across the board on all sports. I don't care if you're the richest person who can afford the absolute best lessons, best training, best everything.
Best equipment.
If you don't have the natural ability, there's always going to be somebody else who's got it. And it's you've got it or you don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone who's going to work harder. You don't hear any kids with no shoes in third world countries that are running with absolutely nothing, no training, but their natural ability is there and their work ethic is there. And that is something you can't pay for.
Exactly.
Or you just cannot pay for. I'm very firm on that one.
Well, we're follow up next
week.
I'm going to say Sabalenka or Pegula, but I think if we have to choose one, I'm going Sabalenka.
Go Pegula.
Okay, I like it.
I do.
And I love the Bills too. Go Bills.
Go Bills. They're going to have
my fellow New York team.
And this is I think that the Bills might have a pretty good season this year.
Yeah,
I think it's going to get better.
All right. Well, we'll follow up to see how we did on our ticket. And thank you all for being here today. Thank you for listening.
Thank you guys so much.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok. Follow the podcast. Interact with us in any way you can. Message us. Let us know what you want to hear about or you don't want to hear about. And we look forward to telling you guys about who we have coming up as guests and more on the upcoming episodes.
Lots coming up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And please follow us on all platforms at 2 Girls, 1 Ticket, TWOGIRLSONETICKET.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Thank you, guys. And we cannot wait to talk to you next.